All right, everybody. So I have a confession, something that I've been hiding for a long time now, and I just
Oh God.
know that Gabe is going to find out sooner or later somehow. And I'm ashamed and disheartened. I have secretly been reading He Who Fights with Monsters.
Oh, are you for real?
Yeah.
No way, dude. How far are you?
I'm just
What? Dude, what? That's oh my God. I feel like I
yeah.
need to run laps around the house, dude.
I
Whoa.
I just started. I'm like only a few minutes into the second book.
Okay, so you got through the slog,
Yep,
right? Got through the
yep,
slog.
yep.
Second book's kind of a slog too, but
That's okay.
you get to the third book, dude. It's where the world opens up, man. That's
Yeah.
so cool. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, made me
Yeah.
cry, dude. I've been waiting for this for years, bro.
He finally got to repay the favor for when you
Right.
did it for him for
For Will
Yeah.
of the Many, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I read the first book and I liked it. I wouldn't say that it's like, I don't know. I don't want to like overblow my reaction to it, but
Yeah.
I thought it was funny and I liked the main character even as obnoxious as he can be.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, I thought it was significantly better than The Land,
Yeah.
because I think the problem that I had with The Land, one of the many problems was that in in The Land he's in this video game, but he doesn't like reflect on the world outside. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
at least in the first couple books he doesn't like think about, oh, like it would be nice to like get back home or anything like that. It's just like totally forgotten, and he's just like going into this game, uh, just like not really thinking about it. And Jason Asano actually has thoughts of like, oh yeah, like I remember like my girlfriend that I had back in the real world like a few years ago until she like dumped me or whatever, or something like that. I forget exactly. But he's constantly bringing in information from his world. Like somebody in the game world will say like, "Oh yeah, this and this and this." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's like back in Australia. We call those like shrimp on the Barbies or whatever." and uh and so I like that he's like cognizant of, he's like, it's weird that I'm here. Like it's
Yeah.
weird that I'm in like this game
Yep.
world or whatever. And so I appreciate him like noticing
Yeah.
that
Paying
on the
paying
page.
homage to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
Totally.
The thing,
Oh
the
man.
thing, the thing that does drive me nuts still, but
Yeah.
I'm slowly getting used to
Oh, it's
it.
the video game. It's got to be the video game stuff, right?
Yeah, it's the numbers. Like, oh, he
Yeah.
went up by
Yeah.
2 skill points, and he picked up a cloak that gave him like, and it's like all these
So,
stats, and I'm just like,
yep.
fuck. Like,
So I will say, and you've probably maybe you missed this, but maybe not. But he's actually not in a video game. He is in a different world,
That's
a
so
real
that's
world.
that's what I was trying to figure out. So it seems like he's in a different world, but for him, the way his brain interprets it
Yes,
is
it
in
was
video
it was a
game.
skill. Yes, that's it. Exactly right. And so,
Yeah.
but quickly, book three and book four, that you'll lose 90% of that video game stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah, it'll
cool.
just become like the ranks, and it won't be crazy. You earn 15 XP for killing this and this. You won't have any of that.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
because that
I
that
think,
was
dude.
that
Once
was by
oh,
far my biggest
yeah,
problem. Like I enjoyed the rest of it. Like I
yeah,
enjoyed
it gets book three is nuts, dude.
I enjoyed him just like going around and doing stuff,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
like
yeah.
so sorry Sam, if you're not aware, this book series is about this guy that like wakes up in what would initially be thought of as like a video game
Yeah.
world, and he's got
hmm
like a menu, and he's got like stats, and he's got like different armors that he can put on and different skills and stuff. And so he like wakes up here and he's like, how the fuck did I get here? And he's like just going about his thing, and he meets like this initial group of
And it's Farrah
travelers.
and Gary and
Yeah.
Rufus.
And I
Yep.
I love them, but I really liked when he like broke away from them and they're like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm gonna go do my own thing for a while." And he just
Yep.
like he
Yep.
just goes off and explores. Like, "Are you sure that's safe?" He's like, "I don't know."
Probably not. Yeah,
That
dude.
was
Jason Asano's awesome, man.
yeah.
He's awesome.
He can definitely be infuriating sometimes. Like there's certain things that he does where I'm
I
like, for
think
the love of
I
God.
think that's the
But
point. Yeah.
yeah, but it's not
Yep.
like he's infuriating in the way that like Locke Lamora is
I was
infuriating.
gonna
Yeah.
say he
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
like Locke.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
literally to me sounds like Locke.
yeah,
He's a fucking know-it-all. He's a fucking like I'm like Jimmy Two Shoes. I'm better
yeah,
than you. Like
yeah.
yeah.
But there is moments like I mean he was like that at the end of book one too, but there are moments where he's like humbled and he's like, maybe I don't know everything that I think I know, or maybe I need to approach this with like a more level head. And so I
Yeah.
really liked those moments.
Imagine living a life like that where that's not your first and like constant thought of
I
like,
know.
what did I do? Could I
Yeah.
have done this better? Did I said
Yeah.
this wrong? Like,
He's just
what's
like,
that
nah, it's fine.
I have no idea what that life is like at all.
Right?
I'm constantly questioning every decision I make and worrying about every next 5 decisions I'll have to
Same.
make. So,
Same.
okay.
I
Yes,
real
that would be infuriating. Like, what do you
right.
mean you don't think of others?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you'd be obnoxious. And many people think that this guy is obnoxious, but a lot of the
Even his
times
best friends do.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of the times he's like right though. Like he's obnoxious, but he's kind of
He's
right.
super smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's
Yeah.
like if you had just gone about it in the right way, like there
So
would have
how?
been
Oh,
issues.
sorry. I'm just so excited. I'm so sorry.
What's that?
I'm just very exciting. I interrupted Sam point
No,
blank, and I
Oh no! I
apologize
thought
for
you
that.
were. I thought you had spoiled something, and I was
No,
like,
no. I just said something while in the middle of you talking, which I
"No,
shouldn't
I'm
have.
good. I'm good."
But I was
Or
just gonna ask you real quick, where, like, roughly where are you in book 2? Like, you just start,
like
or
literally just started like a day
okay,
ago. Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is cool, dude. Book 2 is awesome. There's the ending, the last half is awesome.
Okay.
The
Okay.
first half is more that you'll see of book 1, but
Okay.
there's a certain challenge that will be appointed to him. It's pretty cool.
Nice. I
Yeah.
have 3 notes on my phone that
Okay.
I'll talk about real quick.
From
He Who Fights with Monsters, the
okay,
first one.
all
Yeah,
right, all right.
yeah. Mostly they're just funny quotes that I like.
Yeah.
The first one is I can't remember who he's saying it to, but it's Jason
I
talking.
could know. Yeah.
He says, "I'm a live by the sword, die," and this is all in like an Aussie accent, so just picture it like in an Australian accent.
He's an Asian Aussie guy. He's
Yeah.
a Chinese-looking Aussie guy.
He says, "I'm a live by the sword, die by the sword kind of guy. You either keep your mouth closed or recognize that someone is going to put a fist in it from time to time."
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's so true. And then this is one I forget what the exact context is, but something happened with a girl, and Jason and this guy Humphrey are
Humphrey, yeah.
riding these like what would be the equivalent of like
The sand
speeder
skimmer.
bikes?
Yeah.
The sand skimmers through the
Mhm.
desert.
Um,
And the context doesn't really matter, but
Yeah.
somewhere in the context of all this, Jason yells over to Humphrey. He says, "Whatever happened to bros before hoes?" And Humphrey says, "I don't know what that means, but I feel like I should respect you less for having said it."
Yeah.
And Jason says, "Yeah, that's about right."
That's when Humphrey's got this thing with the girl of the Church of Knowledge,
Yes.
and
yeah.
so funny.
I thought that was funny. And then, oh yeah, so this probably won't like make sense to anyone except for Gabe, but there's these different gods and they're there in person. And Jason, by this point in the story, has been just like getting around and talking to everyone. Like he has talked to he's like making friends left and right. He's like a very charming, like charismatic guy. And there's even like the first town they go to, he's like doing a quest for them. And people are like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "I don't know, just helping out the neighborhood." And so he just like goes around and talks to all these people. And there's this one god that is very scary called Dominion.
Dominion.
And
Yep.
all of his like worshippers are like afraid of him, and people are like, "Why do you worship Dominion?" And they're like, I don't know, he's like super powerful and like we just like worship him. And so that's kind of his whole thing. Like he doesn't really have like Dominion isn't like nice to anybody, but
No,
at some
the name
at
of the gods are what they are. He's the
right,
god of
yeah.
dominion, territory, control,
Right.
oppression. That's what he does.
Right, right.
So yeah.
But at some point Jason has talked to him and I you
Hmm.
you see him talk to him earlier on,
Yep.
but
Well,
oh
he has a run-in with him. Oh, okay, you have the
yeah,
quote. All right, all right.
yeah, yeah. So well, so what you're probably referencing is he has a run in earlier on with the god in the beginning of the story.
When
But
everybody's bowing down and he doesn't, is that what you're talking about?
yes, exactly.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right,
and
okay.
then later on in the story we
Mm.
see Dominion again. And somebody comes, if I remember correctly, someone comes looking for Jason and Dominion says Asano isn't here, and then whoever it was says you know Jason, and Dominion says yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah, dude. Uh,
It was
oh
just
man,
that like had me cracking up so hard.
it's funny. I just reread book 10, or 9, and Dominion showed up and kind of said the same thing in the same scene. It was like an homage to that first one, I think. Like, yeah,
Oh, that's
I love
great.
Jason. He's a good dude.
It's just
When you
such
said
a
how the names are representations of who they are, it reminded me of the Bonds Magi
yes.
elders or whatever, where
Yeah,
they
yeah, like
Yeah.
patience
and
and yep, yep.
and
Yeah.
everybody else. It reminded me of that, like where you take on like
Yeah.
the name is who you are, like
Right,
an identity.
exactly. Yeah. And I think the cool thing about gods in these books, it hasn't been told explicitly, but what I can
Deduce.
infer from, yeah,
Mm,
from like what's been said is that they're like people that have just like ranked up and up and up and up and up and up
that's
and up and
correct.
eventually become like these very powerful entities.
That is
This
correct.
sounds really interesting. It actually sounds really, really
It's
interesting.
so
But
good,
You,
the whole
Sam. It's
like
so good.
one-op thing reminded me of I don't know if you ever read Project Hail Mary by
yeah.
Andy
Oh
Weir.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, we love
dude,
that
what?
book. Yeah.
It's
You know when
an
you
incredible book.
he explains the science behind everything and you're like,
Yeah,
wow, this sounds right. Like I believe you, but
yeah.
also like I didn't need all
Don't
of
know
that.
what's going on, but I also believe
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
you
Yeah.
definitely sound like you're absolutely correct, but at the same time, I
I
wouldn't
don't
know
know.
any
Yeah.
other way. You're
Yeah,
saying in a way that sounds smart enough that like I can believe you,
yeah.
Yeah.
but I didn't need it all. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I could
So
have done
that
with a little less real science.
that is the one difficult thing for me. And if what Gabe is saying is true, it sounds like it goes away. But initially, it is very much like, he goes into this game world, and most of it's just like him like running around and killing stuff and like almost like RPG mechanics. But then,
Have you got like some of the political intrigue going yet?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
like that.
okay,
I like that.
okay. There's a lot
This
more of
sounds
that.
But
really good. It sounds
but
really, really good.
Yeah.
but the only thing is every now and then you'll get Jason leveled up and stamina +2, health +3, and
Yeah.
it'll go down this huge list of stats that can go on
Yep.
for like a
That takes
minute.
forever, and it sounds like he's repeating himself 40 times. And I would agree. That's annoying as shit. I didn't like that either.
I
But
guess
There's
like
other
with
times
an
like he'll
audiobook
like he'll find an
first.
object. He'll find like an object that's maybe way above his rank. It'll be like question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, and it'll say that like 7 times. You're like, okay, that's annoying. But
But
I
see, that's
promise that
a
it
downfall.
it does change because again, he's not in a video game. It's
right.
an ability that he has that eventually moves past that, moves
Okay.
past all that stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like one downfall of audiobook is like you can't just skim that. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah,
Like
that was my
yeah,
thing. I'm like, I
yeah,
wish I had read this in physical form because
yeah.
I could have seen the
Just skip all that
italicized
stuff
and
and
just
go
been like,
down.
yeah.
That's a good
So,
idea, actually. Maybe
yeah.
I'll buy you the series. All right. You're,
So, also, Gabe, did you know that these are sold in like hardcover and stuff?
Yeah, no, I did know that. I just haven't bought them
Yeah,
because I have them on Audible. I just
yeah,
re-listen to them all the time.
yeah. I was thinking about like buying you like the hardcover set or something, but I'm like, there's like 15 fucking books or something, or like
Well,
10
yeah,
or
right
something.
now there's 11. There's the
Okay.
11th just or either there's 10 and the 11th comes. Oh, dude, actually, I think the 11th comes out the 24th of this month.
I love a series
I
that
gotta
has
check it
like
really
active
fast.
books available
Yeah.
immediately. You
Yeah,
know,
I gotta check.
that's the trouble
Well,
with it.
he's
I
been,
haven't
dude. When
been.
I started listening to it, book 7 was the newest book,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and so I've
yeah,
just been waiting 2 months, listen to the next one, doing
yeah.
that for years. But
yeah,
Like
I
The
mean,
Will of the Many is why I don't like to read a lot of books that are new releases, because when they're that good, you're like, God damn it. Like I
yeah.
yeah,
have to wait so long. So if it's a series where not only has the author put out as many books as he had, I don't have to worry about them being like a Rothfuss or a George R. R.
Right,
Martin,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
not,
totally.
putting it out in a timely manner. So
Yeah,
right, right.
I don't know what his plan is for how many books he's writing, and I hope it's a ton. Um, Shirtaloon, Travis Devereaux, he's the author, but yeah, the 11th comes out the 23rd of this month.
Ooh,
I already have
nice.
it pre-ordered, so it'll
Good
be
for
on my
you.
account if you ever get there. But
Cool.
I hope you do. It's really really good. Okay, all right, that
All
was
right.
really
Well,
exciting. I'm really excited. I need to like
yes.
maybe walk around a little bit.
it's a great
Yeah,
surprise.
so we got to move on to the episode we're actually
Yeah, we're an
recording
hour
today.
and 15 minutes in, and we
Yeah,
haven't started the Harry Potter episode.
but
Well, and we
I
really
just
started technically like
No, I'm
what?
glad. I'm glad we did all that. I'm
yeah,
very
that
glad.
was fun. So
That
I
was
hope
awesome.
everybody at home enjoyed that. I know Gabe did.
I
And
was crying. Yeah, it's great.
yeah, and
Great book.
that's I wanted to do that because Gabe read Will of the Many and surprised me with it, and that was a great surprise. So
Well, I feel bad because Will of the Many's one book, right? And like, like if you're gonna like this, hopefully you like it though by book like
yeah,
3 or 4. I
right,
think that would be cool.
yeah,
But you've trusted each other.
Yeah.
And it's panned out.
yeah, exactly, exactly. I'm not sure where Gabe went, but we will see you in the next clip, guys.
I'm
Later. Bye. And a big shout out to Caitlin. Thank you so much for backing us at the Green Bone tier.